Welcome to today's Daily Catch Devotional. This is Courage, Part 1. This is from the Benham Brothers. The Spirit of the living God lives inside us, and He is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. He is also the Lamb that was slain. So there is a delicate balance where we are walking by the power of the Holy Spirit with the Lion and the Lamb. Cancel culture and fear of the cancel culture is rooted in the fear of man and a man-pleasing spirit. There is an agenda, a spiritual thought mafia that is out there, and it is spiritual forces of darkness that are empowering a very mob mentality in mainstream media and even many people in the church today. And what many Christians are doing is running away. This is not a time to be the lamb led to the slaughter. This is a time when the Lion of the tribe of Judah needs to speak. What many people have done in the church today is the gospel of nice has replaced the gospel of the kingdom. We have to understand that the gospel of the kingdom advances, and we have the power of Christ inside us. That is what really motivates us deep inside. There are maybe people watching this who are scared to death of the cancel culture or the thought mafia maligning you and ruining your reputation just because you believe in biblical truth and biblical principles. But in our culture today, it is time for us to no longer be candles in shining our light, but to be coals burning and emanating our light. We need to replace the image of a candle with the image of a coal. When the wind comes along and blows on a candle, what happens to the light? It goes out. What happens when the wind comes and blows on a coal? Like the burning ember inside of a fire pit, it fans a flame. The same wind of culture is trying to extinguish our light. And if we are shining like a candle, which means we are lit on the outside, then our light is going to go out. We are going to run away. But if we are like a coal that is burning on the inside, and we have done what we need to do in 1 Timothy 1:6, making sure you are fanning the flame, stirring up the gift of God which is in you. And when you are spending time alone with the Lord in that secret place where you are diving down deep with Him and in His Word, that makes you a coal. And when the winds of culture change and they start to blow on you to extinguish your light, the very act of the wind, the blowing, is the thing that will cause the coal to burn more. The wind stokes the coals and makes them brighter. What is interesting is that when you bring coals together, because coals separated soon die out, the devil wants us to separate, but we need to heap the coals together because that's when the flames get even hotter and brighter. Many in the church today possess a form of godliness but have denied its power. Like being lit like a candle, and when the wind comes, we're afraid of losing our job or afraid of being ridiculed or criticized. We cannot forget the power of Christ's words in Matthew 5:11. Blessed are you when they revile you and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Christ says they will falsely accuse you. That is the root of cancel culture, false accusations, calling you something that you are not. As Christians, we do not shrink back from that. We step into that in 3 very specific ways. We demonstrate the kingdom in our lives first. Then we can define the kingdom, which means we can clearly articulate from a biblical worldview why our worldview works, why Christianity is life. Lastly, we defend the kingdom. So we demonstrate it in how we live. We define it with our mouths, and we defend it with our lives as well. It is so important for Christians to recognize who is in us. This is a time now that you cannot be a silent Christian. We must speak the truth because when people know the truth, they are made free.